What's up, guys? Welcome back to Carnegie Studios. In this lesson, we'll be covering why chord inversions are important. Let's get right into it. So why are chord inversions important? Three simple things: timing, transitions, and sound. Let's jump right into the first topic, timing. So if I'm going to be playing a chord progression, I'll take the 1-4-5-1. If I want to go from one chord to the next and I want to shorten the time that it takes to get there, I'm going to choose an inversion that's closer to avoid possibly missing the timing on the metronome or anything like that. It makes it easier to transition from one chord to the next in terms of timing. So let me show you just one inversion, and this will be the C major chord in this progression. So 1, 4, 5, and then 1. That's me playing in the root positions. Let me invert the C major chord only, and let's see how closer it is. So I'll take C major, I'll go first inversion, so I'll play it like this: 1, 4, 5, and then back to 1. I'm playing the C major chord just in the first inversion. So it's much more easier and faster to get to the next chord if I know the inversion within that progression of a specific chord. So with that C major chord, I can go from having to worry from jumping from C all the way to F, right? Now I can just go from C to F, and it's just a matter of jumping over a half step, right? Or jumping over a few keys. So 1, 4, 5, 1. And so that's one, timing. The next portion, transitioning. You want to make a smooth transition between chords. And sometimes playing with both your hands, transitioning to the next chord may look a little bit different. So using the same one, 1, 4, 5, 1, 1, 4, 5, 1. In your right hand, you can play that inversion, and this gets it a little bit into the voicing, right? How you're voicing the chord, 1, 5, 1, and then I essentially play in my right hand the first inversion of the C major chord, and I play a C chord. So that will help me. Then I'll transition F, and it's just a hop over to G, and then back to 1. Okay, I have the first inversion of the C chord. What can I do with the F and the G major chord? Now this is where it can get a little tricky if you don't know your white keys, right? Sometimes they can get a bit confusing looking at them, but let's take a look and see. So C, F, G, and then back to the C chord. So these are all inversions that I played except for one chord. So the C chord, that's the first inversion. The F chord, root position, right? This is the one I didn't play. But back to the G chord, it's gonna be the G second inversion. And then I'll play the C first inversion again. So let's play all these in a root position, and then this chord progression that I played, I'll show you the inversions, what inversion I got to. So C, F, G, and then C. All root position. Let's do the inversions now. So I can play it in C first inversion. So then the next is F, and the easiest way to play the next F chord is the root position. And then I'll play G like this, and this is G because you have G major, first inversion, I'm playing the G up top, and then second inversion looks like this. So I'm playing this down here, and then back to the 1 C. And so transitioning looks way more smoother now that I have inversions in my back pocket, instead of jumping from the root position to all these other places on piano. So what if it's a 1-6, or you're going from the 1 to the 5? All of a sudden, it's a much more bigger gap, and that's where timing and transition comes in with these inversions. It makes it easier in terms of timing and easier in terms of transition, so that you can play without having to get confused or missing the mark with timing. The last topic is sound. So sound, you've already started to hear it when I'm playing in these inversions, but why inversions are important in terms of sound is because of the fact that it's a different sound that you can unlock versus the root position. So I'm going to play the 1-4-5-1 again, but I'm going to use a different inversion for the ending for the C chord for the 1. So I'll play it. Did you hear that? And that was in the C second inversion. That's all it was. It wasn't a different chord, just C second inversion. It added that little versus the traditional root. So the note up top is the E, obviously, because of the second inversion. You have G, C, E. So I'm playing that. So 1, 4, 5, and then back to the 1 again. I can start the 1 with the first inversion, right? That wasn't that. First inversion is this. So in my left hand, I'm playing the octaves, where I can play the fifths. I transition between both. Right hand, I'm playing that first inversion. F chord, G, and that's the second inversion. Let's switch it up again. I'll do the 1. That G, second inversion, and I'll do a C, second inversion, versus a. So that unlocks a world of new sounds, and there's 2 inversions. That's 3 different ways that you can play a chord progression now with the inversion versus just the traditional root position to root position. And so now it unlocks a whole new world, a whole new library. And that's not even including a 7th that you can play, getting into 9ths, or a voicing or a drop 2. And that's other stuff that will be covered in later topics. But inversions with simple triads can take you a long, long way. Here's a bonus chord progression. 2-5-1, right? I can do, and then, so I'm jumping from the D minor all the way to G major, and then all the way to back to C. I want to shorten the distance. What am I going to do? I'm going to play an inversion. All right, I'll play D minor, G. That is another inversion play that I just played. 2, the 5, and then to the 1. C inversion. So D minor, I play that in the root position. I then play G in the second inversion, and then I play C in first inversion. And then we get to, that's, so I'm playing around. Thanks, guys. Catch you in the next video.